Now, if you're like me, you prefer to play the weaker killers, since you don't need any of the strong killers to win. But you still find yourself coming back to the Ghoul, since flinging yourself around the map is just too much fun. Now, I've come up with a build that is non-stop action while having minimal slowdown, so survivors will still have a chance while you're having a great time. It's based around Trail of Torment. Trail of Torment hides your tear radius whenever you kick a generator, keeping it hidden until that gen stops regressing. This is great on the Ghoul, who naturally has a huge 40-meter tear radius. The downside of this perk is that it highlights the generator that you kick in yellow, signaling to all the survivors that now you're undetectable. But with Mindbreaker, that's not the case. Survivors who are working on generators will be blinded and exhausted, suppressing their aura rating and exhaustion perks. And since that yellow glow that Trail of Torment gives is considered an aura, survivors won't know that you're sneaking up on them. And since they're exhausted, they won't be able to even sprint burst away. Add in Gearhead, and survivors who are working on gens will have their auras revealed. Since we get injuries very easily with the Ghoul, Gearhead will almost constantly be revealing auras, making our ambushes very, very easy. Our final perk is Coup de Grace. It'll help us get the follow-up hit on survivors much faster than before by increasing our lunge distance every time a generator is completed. It has a token system, so we need to be a little bit careful rationing our tokens, but it's a very, very strong perk. For our add-ons, we're using the Tree Robe and the Satchel. The former gives us a bit of extra undetectable, while the latter will make our third leap faster. Neither one is particularly optimal, but both are pretty fun and work well with the build. Stay tuned after the games too, and I'll be discussing some alternative perks that you can swap in if you do feel like you need at least a little bit of slowdown. But for now, let's just get to the gameplay. Midwich Elementary. Once upon a time I would have said this is probably one of the Ghoul's best maps, since the hallways are so completely open like this and you can slide through. But they added a bunch of junk to a bunch of the hallways, so it's not quite as good as it was, but it's still pretty good. Somebody missed a skill check or something over here, so we will be happy to head in this direction and see what's going on. It was probably this. Okay, so somebody's upstairs. There's at least one person here, just the one, I guess. Let's actually kick this real quick. Get our undetectable started right off the bat. We see an aura there up top, someone on the generator, thanks to Gearhead. We'll just sneak on up here. I'll use my power. I didn't quite get the grab there. But there, that's the entire build in the first 5 seconds of the match. Yeah, she thought that table was way shorter than it actually was, because that is definitely a safe table. Pick her up, put her on the hook. Yeah, I mean, it's just that simple. That gen has barely any progress, so it's going to stop progressing after a second. But that's okay. It goes on cooldown too after it stops regressing, so it's not like I could put it on that gen. Yeah, there it goes. You're still here. You're somebody else. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but I will take it. Get my power. Get a little hit in here. Yeah, so this build has 0 slowdown at all. I don't know why this is down. Maybe a little pre-drop plan, I don't know. This build has 0 slowdown in it, but that's kind of to the build's benefit a little bit. See, one thing is, like I said, as soon as that generator stops regressing, here she is. As soon as it stops regressing, Trail of Torment's going to deactivate. So you don't want to put Pop Goes the Weasel or something on this kind of build, because it'll just make the generator stop progressing faster. But if you really do need the slowdown, I mean, you can work around it. You'll be able to figure it out. Put you up on a hook. A build like this is perfect though for the Ghoul, since the Ghoul is just so mobile. You can get around anywhere. And if you can down survivors fast enough, I think I see his aura thanks to Gearhead. If you can down survivors fast enough, it really doesn't matter how much slowdown you have, because you're just going to be just an unstoppable force there. And it's so much fun just grabbing onto the little ceilings here and just swinging around. And here's the Meg again. Let's see, can I find the Atom? Here you are. You can't hide from me. And you don't make any distance here either. No dead, already haven't been hooked. Put you right on a hook. But yeah, even without slowdown though, like, these games are fun. Let's put you up over there. I'm gonna make sure there's like a hook. Wait, I just saw scratch marks here. Yeah, there you are. I'm not letting you get that pallet safe. I'm not gonna slug her for too long though. I'm gonna put her up on a hook. Here you go. I think I can go over here through this big obstacle course here. Get around these tables. I think the last video that I uploaded was Cray Sue, or however you pronounce her name, video. So I know somebody's watching this video and going, you claim not to like strong killers, and look what you're playing. But no, I just wanted to try out the new killer. I thought it was worth making a video on her. I don't know. The more I play, I don't really want to play more of her. At least not until she gets at least some kind of big change. Because there's really no way that she's going to stay the way she is for much longer. Although you never know. Ghoul still has a couple little tricks left in him still that haven't been patched or changed yet. I kind of thought like all of his window text would get patched at some point, but I mean, some of them are still here. So I guess just waits to be seen. And I just got an achievement for something. I don't know which achievements I even still have left in this game. I know I don't have most of the adepts because I really don't care enough about that. That gen doesn't have a ton of progress, so it's not going to regress for super long. But I think we can maybe find somebody here. Especially if we swing all the way around. Okay, we got some scratch marks. If the survivors are not on gens, they will be able to see the yellow aura on that generator, so they'll know that I am undetectable. But they're not going to know exactly where I am. And I do really want to find that Yun Jin, the one I haven't hooked yet. Although, if gens start popping faster, I might have to be a little bit smarter about who I chase. Is this you? It is you. And I hear somebody working on a gen right behind me. I'll get a nice fair hit here. Yep. I totally earned that hit for sure. Yep. Not being sarcastic. Let's see where she's going. Oh, she's looping back over here, huh? I do have 2 stacks of coup de grace. Get over here. And I just got stuck on that wheel on the end of that bench there. I had that too. Oh, that's so frustrating. And she makes this too. I might have to leave her here. She's going to go right back to that pallet. And I don't think the same trick's going to work on her twice. Let's see if I can... Oh, she's going to pre-drop this? Yeah, I think I got to leave her. Let's head back over here. I heard this gen being worked on. Get a little Meg Hero poke. We're going to kick this. Trail of Torment back up. This is probably going to be more for hiding our red stain than anything. And we got the other Yun Jin here. This one's at least a little bit more of a vulnerable target. Ooh, and there's the Atom. Hold on, let me grab the roof here. Let me grab the roof. I think I get this with coup. Yep, thank you, coup de grace. Man, coup de grace is such a strong perk. I feel like, I know the perk's not slept on per se, but I feel like less people use the perk than they should. Simply because, like, they're worried about wasting stacks, like I am. I know I'm somebody who, like, when I play an RPG, I keep my items until like the very last boss, and I still won't even use them. I'll beat the game and I'll still have like an inventory full of crap. So I tend to save my coup de grace stacks a little bit more than I probably should. Okay, that gen's done. Oh yeah, we're down though. It's nothing right here. That gen's almost done. Let's head back over here. I bet you that first survivor is still going to be in this area. There you are. Catch you off guard. We do have 5 stacks of Ghoul. Let's see if I can maybe do a little sneaky play here. We're undetectable. I thought maybe since we're undetectable we could hide our red stain there, but she is just being way too cautious. Being said, we can get her right here. Okay, listen. I know I just said that I don't care about wasting a couple of Ghoul stacks, okay? But, I mean, she was right there, okay? I didn't need to use the stack, you know. Ay. Okay, look. Let's pick her up. Put on a hook. It's her first hook. There's that 1 gen left. And we know the survivor's got right back on it, so it's probably going to pop any second. Our best bet now is just kind of hurry over there. Yeah, we see the aura. They're being a little cautious here. Come on, let me grab something. How am I supposed to be Anime Spider-Man if I can't grab on to anything? Okay, we do see that aura there. That's really useful for us because we can see what they're doing. You are very vulnerable. I'm going to leave you on the ground for just a second. Let's head over here and see if they're going for the unhook. You know they're generally in this direction. You know, the Meg here, she's on death hook. Let's pick her up. Let's put her on a hook. See if we can interrupt the unhook and just end the game right there. Okay, the item was healing. Maybe in a locker, maybe just self-care. You know what? Let's check the other door. They might be doing like a sneaky open the back door play. No? Okay, he's right here now. They're both here. We're just going to let her run off. Let's head up. I think we can injure this guy. In fact, I think we could probably down him and get to that door, because neither door is touched right now. So it shouldn't be like that hard. Well, let's see. Yeah, he made a little bit of a mistake here. So I will get a grab, save a Ghoul stack, of course. I gotta save these stacks for the next game, of course. Put you up. And then, let's see, did she go right on the door? She did go right on the door. I want to steal her door too. Okay, yeah. But I will happily take a 3K here. And we had a nice game. I definitely could have played a little bit more aggressive early on. But we didn't really need it. That is the thing too that you can decide as you play. Just how aggressive you play, how much you really care about getting that 4K. Sometimes it's just best just to have fun with it. So we saw just the stuff here. They did have that syringe, but I mean, we're Ghoul, who cares? But yeah, other than that, nothing too out of the ordinary here. But fun game overall. Okay, so the lobby I was just in, we had 4 toolboxes. So this could go either way. Those could be like 4 super souped up gen butt-kicking toolboxes, or those could be like 4 Savile toolboxes. So this game, we'll have to see how it goes. We're off to a good start though, because we found the cape right off the bat. This structure, I have not played this map very often, so I don't quite know how to play the structure yet. I can do a little, I don't know, oh, I see it just loops right back over here. Okay. I do kind of want to clear that pallet out of here early. Oh, I can't seem to do much of anything here. That's fine. We'll just get the pallet. And we'll go this way to stop her from going for the window. And let's see. Is she going to go for the window? Oh, she just barely makes it. Okay, and that sound is really annoying. Oh, we have somebody right here. Darn, I should not have dropped my power there. That's okay. We get it back pretty quick. Get a nice little injury. We do have Gearhead back up, something to keep in mind. Ooh, a little lip on the edge of that window. Let's see if anybody else is near here. This already has a lot of progress, so I'm hoping she dumps her toolbox on it. Someone's right here. Gearhead shows us their aura. Huh? I have no idea what just happened there. She goes way too wide over there, so we get a hit. I can see somebody right back on that gen already. And yeah, these gens, those are definitely juicer toolboxes. She's got a little bit of distance here. Thankfully, she was working on that gen, so she gains a little bit of distance, but no sprint burst or anything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can maybe trick her over here. Like, we get this down thanks to Ghoul, but this map is, I still don't know, like, the best way to do these double pallets. And thanks to the changes to the tile sets, I think there's probably going to be, like, a lot more double pallets, like, everywhere now. Ooh, that's 2 gens? Okay, yeah. Ooh, and I don't quite get that. She is going to drop this immediately. You can cut her off from the window. Fake like we're going that way. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we get a nice down here. We have 5 stacks of Ghoul already. This is going to be a tough one, though. Let's put you up on a hook, and let's head back over. We do have Gearhead up, so we should have a little bit of info. Actually, you know what? I've never been a big Gearhead guy. But part of making these videos, man, if I was enraged right there, I could have got that injury. Part of making these videos is that I'm using a lot of perks that I might not necessarily use, but Gearhead actually is pretty good. Like, that's not a perk that I used much in the past, but I've been using it a little bit more lately. And killers that can really take advantage of it, like the Ghoul, like, it really shines. Like, it's not a bad perk at all. Let's put you up. Because it's like, there's no cooldown on it or anything. So, if you can just keep getting hits in, it'll just keep refreshing. And that's just nice. I don't see anybody over here. This gen has a lot of progress. Okay, she is injured. We did get the nice sneak up on it, thanks to our Trail of Torment. I hear sounds which I think are just probably zombies. It's tough to tell. You never know when there's going to be another survivor, like, hiding around the corner. Put her up on a hook. We'll head back to the hook. Hopefully we can get an injury in and stop the heal. Okay, we have all 3 of them here. So we've got some really good info. We'll keep them off to our right. Are you hiding here? I don't think so. In fact, we can let the Kate mend. We've got our power here. Oh, she's got this pallet. Just half a second too late there. Let's go right this way. Oh, she does make it to the window. Okay, well, we should be able to get this with Ghoul. Ooh, Ghoul value. Pick you up. Is he gonna hook? Yeah, so that's kind of like the thing. Like, even if you don't have slowdown, if you can get those downs fast enough, that's just a lot of pressure right there. Like, that's just slowdown built into the game. Let's head back over here because we know that there's people. This gen already has so much progress. In fact, I'm going to kick it right now. Something to remember is when you're undetectable, not only is your tear radius hidden, but your red stain is too. So it makes it a little bit easier to mind game. And you are Sable. You got another double pallet. Yeah, you know, when this map, I guess when the Walking Dead chapter came out, where the heck did you go? You know, it was the lack of red stain right there. That's what got her. She heard me coming, but without the red stain, she thought I was, like, behind her. She just missed me. What was I saying? When the Walking Dead chapter came out, I remember they were saying, like, this was going to be like a tile set, like the Walking Dead thing in the middle, but it ended up being like an actual full map. So I kind of wonder what the confusion was there. If it was just like miscommunication between like the devs and like the marketing teams or what. Oh yeah, because that's exactly what it said. It said that when you get the other map when someone from the Walking Dead chapter was there. That didn't end up being the case like at all. And we are down to 1 gen. We know there's at least that 1 gen. I was hoping I get that. Oh no, you're gonna mend? Not gonna happen. We know there's at least the 1 gen that has a decent amount of progress too, so I'm assuming that one's still up. We gotta end this fast. She's got another double pallet here. Ooh, no, okay. You win that 50-50. He's gonna stay here. He's probably gonna go for like a big loop. Yeah, we get her here though. Oh no, she's got live. Oh man. I might have to drop this chase. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's head back over here. Okay, not this gen. Let's... Yeah, okay, here's somebody right here. Can I get my power here? No? Well, I can just get a little attack in. And we'll get my power back pretty quick. Although I like the Ghoul, I don't play him that much. Ooh, yeah, there's nowhere you can go from here. Not with Ghoul. I don't play him that much, so I need to, like, just practice enough to start learning exactly when it's best to use your power for the first hit versus using your power for the second. Because I feel like that's when he's, like, the strongest. Like, when you get that first hit with an M1, and then get to follow up with your power. And where are you? And, oh, you're the injured one. Unfortunate there. That being said, I think I can get her. I can. Man, Ku is such a good perk. I'm going to say that 100 more times this game. Up you go. Let's see. Do we have anything? Okay, she's on this gen and it's done. I'm going to guess they're hiding. I don't see scratch marks. Okay, there's a crow on that bench. I don't see if I can't waste too much time here. I gotta go. I gotta go. Let's check that. Okay, hold on. They're on the door here. We can get a nice long-range damager here. We can't stop this, unfortunately. We can turn into a trade. And let's see if I can get her quickly here. Secure R3K. She's heading back over here, which is perfect. I want to get her to drop the pallet, preferably on this side. Okay, we missed with the coup, but that's fine. Let's fake like we're going one way and break it. She does not get the distance that she needs. Oh yeah, and she got stuck there. Perfect. Now there's two options here. I could go for hooking the guy who's on death hook. But I think this Kate, I don't want to risk an unbreakable play. She's been on the ground a long time. Hopefully the other survivor's on the other door. Oh no, they're right here? Oh no. Okay, hold on. Michaela's on death hook. Let's see what we can do. She's got distance, but that doesn't matter much against the Ghoul. Not on the door. Let's just cancel this. She's doing a good job breaking line of sight here. And note, how many double pallets have been on this map? Okay, hold on. We can do this, but we have to keep her in this one little area. We don't want her to escape. So we fake like we're breaking it. She doubles back. Now let's immediately break it. Okay, good. She hesitated just enough in the center there. And where is she going? Okay, they have the door open. She is full health, but I don't think there's anything she can do now. Yeah, this gate's just going to the corner. So we'll just get the down. I'm not going to bother slugging. They're on the door. They're just going to run right out. They know they probably can't do much against a Ghoul by themselves. Yeah, she just leaves. Yeah, worst case scenario would have been like, I go to the exit gate, I try to like get them, and I won't be able to. They're right at the gate. And then who knows, Hatch spawns or something. I'm not going to risk it. Hatch is over here, though. Alright, let's see what everybody brought. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So they brought the holiday toolkits, too. And those are the ones that, like, have the really big, juicy charges on them. And they brought an RPD map offering. But, thankfully, we did not go to RPD. Although Ghoul might be okay on that map. I don't know. But overall, poof. Definitely a little bit more intense than I usually like, but you know what? It was a fun match for sure. If you want a bit of slowdown in your build instead of coup de grace, you certainly can. You don't want perks that regress the gen that you're kicking too much like Pop Goes the Weasel, because you want those generators to still keep regressing. Also, you don't want to block them with perks like Dead Man's Switch, since you can't kick that gen if it's already blocked. Instead, for slowdown, try either No Way Out or Corrupt Intervention. No Way Out will delay the exit gates from being opened, dragging out that endgame a lot and giving you more time to breathe. Or Corrupt Intervention will slow down that early game, then you get in some early injuries and breaking up the survivor momentum by controlling exactly which generators the survivors are going to be working on at the start. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps out this channel a lot. But even if you don't, thank you for watching.